Peter Obi calls for election integrity, credits Jonathan for re-election, for fair re-election. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in and listening to this headline that we got to air this morning. As our headline for this morning says that Peter Obi calls for election integrity, credit Jonathan for fair re-election. Former Anambra State Governor and 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi has emphasized that credible elections in Nigeria will only be possible when individuals of integrity oversee the process. Speaking in Abuja at the launch of two books in international security and election security, authored by former Inspector General of Police Solomon Arize, Obi said that electoral malpractice persists because some politicians are determined to manipulate the system for their benefit. Election security will not be challenging if we do not have individuals willing to rig election, Obi said. He argued that the issue is not with security agencies or electoral offices, but with politicians who attempt to compromise the process. According to him, if leaders uphold fairness, Nigeria will experience better election, leading to improved governance and reduced insecurity. If those in power commit to transparency, electoral fraud will decline and crimes rate will drop, he added. Reflecting on his re-election as Anambra State Governor, Obi credited former President Goodluck Jonathan for ensuring a fair contest. I told President Jonathan that I wanted only genuine votes. I urged him to ensure that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and security agencies conducted a credible election, he recalled. He further explained that he personally requested the removal of certain political actors from the state to prevent undue influence. When some party officials arrived in Anambra, I contacted the president and requested their dispatch. Within minutes, he took action and they left, Obi said, highlighting Jonathan's commitment to fairness. Well, one national security will be linked raising criminal activities to corruption among public officials, stressing that proper use of government funds would enable security agencies to function more effectively. If public funds are managed responsibly, the police will be better equipped and tackling crimes will become easier, he said. He also commended Solomon Arize for his professionalism and contributions to policing in Nigeria, describing him as a dedicated officer whose work continues to shape discussions on security and electoral integrity. And that was what I was said here concerning this headline today this morning. Which says here that Peter Obi calls for re-election integrity, credits Jonathan's for fair re-election. This is not something we hear every day. Well, if before I move on, don't forget if you want to subscribe, the best you can do right here right now is to tap that subscribe button here with notification bell so that anytime any video you'll be the first to get notified about it ASAP. Well, the former Anambra State Governor and the 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi emphasized that credible elections in Nigeria will only be possible when individuals of integrity oversees the process. And he's right. I mean, Nigeria cannot have a fair election when people like Mahmoud Yakubu is the president of INEC. Yes, then people like Mahmoud Yakubu is one running elections and how election works in Nigeria. I mean, the man is corrupt, and do you think an election will be fair? And you come to think about what Tinubu is doing at this point in time. Tinubu is filling up INEC's vacant space with APC personnel ahead of 2027. I mean, what does that mean? Meaning that no matter how you guys want to feel like voting for any opposition party, Tinubu will still win the 2027 election because he's putting APC personnel into vacant position in INEC. And that is what Syriam said. Syriam said that INEC should be independent. INEC should not be run by the president. The president should not be the one who should be putting people inside INEC. I mean, believe me, the people should vote for who they feel should be into INEC. INEC should be an independent party that is run by independent people. I mean, don't you see how other countries conduct their election? Well, Ubi said all this in Abuja at the launch of two books on international security on internal security and election security, authored by a former Inspector General of Police Solomon Arize. Ubi said that electoral malpractice persists because some politicians are determined to manipulate the system for their own benefit. That is why these things persist. And election security will not be challenged if we do not have individuals willing to rig elections. Ubi said. Obi said that the security in the election will not be challenged if we don't have individuals willing to rig elections. Because even the politicians, they've taken the advantage of the poor masses, bribing them, telling them that if you can destroy ballot box, rig election, we'll give you so amount of money. Just look at 2023 as an example. I mean, a policeman shot a civilian dead, like he shot him cold blood dead because of they were voting and immediately the man just carry the ballot box and start to run. As he ran, the police personnel shot him dead. I mean, if they ask him now who killed him, would they? I mean, the policeman cannot go to jail for that now. He was the one that took the ballot paper and rode. So that is what we're talking. That's all what Peter B is talking about. If you don't have people that are willing to rig the election, if you don't have people who are willing to disrupt the election, there would not be any need for those massive security that will be there in polling units. Mm-hmm. And according to Obi, he said that if leaders uphold fairness, Nigeria will experience better elections, leading to improved governance and reduced insecurity. That's just the point. Yes, if leaders uphold fairness, Nigeria will experience a better election, leading up to improved governance and reduce insecurity. Yes, because come to think about it, you cannot rig election. I mean, you cannot force your way into election, rig election, and you think that your administration will just be good. Your administration will be good. No, I mean that's what is killing the Tinubu-led administration at this point in time. Yes, if those in power commit to transparency, electoral fraud will decline and crimes rate will drop. If all of them say that they don't want to do partial, I mean let the people vote who they want to be president. Let them be the one to do the voting. Crime rate will go down. And according to Obi, he said he told President Jonathan that I wanted only genuine votes. I urged him to ensure that the INEC, Independent National Electoral Commission, and security agencies conducted credible elections, he recalled. He further explained that he personally requested the removal of certain political actors from the state to prevent undue influence. Yes. I mean, just take APC as an example. Back when in 2023, they were campaigning, but when they know that Nigerians are not going to give APC another chance due to the 8 awful years of Buhari, I mean, Nigerians were not ready to give APC another chance. They did what they had to do best. What did they do? They bought the election. They bought Nigeria. As easy as that. Yeah, they bought Nigeria. So what are we talking about here? It's just simple. If the leaders who are campaigning, yes, can be just say let us be fair and transparent. I'm telling you, there will not be any need for all those killings that used to happen in election. But drop a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. Then tap the subscribe button as we go on with the notification bell. So that anytime with a new video, you'll be the first to get notified about it. Once again, thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful day ahead of you.